Hey everybody, welcome to the review of the Sony DSC-WX 350. I'm going to go into quite a bit of detail on this camera to see, is this really the best point and shoot camera for the dollar? It's actually pretty impressive. And today I have someone helping me out, my buddy Max. Say hello, Max. Max is a Husky and Shepherd mix, and we'll do a video about Max later because he is a very interesting dog. But now, back to the camera. Alright, so let's talk about first what I don't like about this camera. So there it is sitting next to the box, but let's give it some scale. I'm going to move the box out of the way. So here we go with a pencil. So you can see here, this is a really small camera. Actually, for my size hands, it's probably too small. And here you can see how thin it is. Super thin, super small, super lightweight, super easy to put in your pocket and carry around all day if that's what you want to do. Another thing I don't like about this camera is this back display. So it doesn't fold out, flip up, or anything like that. It's just a flat fixed display, which I find a little annoying. In addition to that, there is no optical viewfinder on the camera, so out in bright sunshine it can get really hard to see this display. So let's just look at some of the features of the camera. Okay, so it has a pretty amazing 20x optical zoom. For a camera this small, that's really impressive, and I'll talk a little bit about how that zoom performs in a minute. Up here you have your mode selections, your shutter dial, your telephoto controls, on and off control. You can see the on and off control right here. It's somewhat hard to get on and off just because it's so small. Not a lot of controls on the back. It's actually nice and simple back here, but once again, the buttons are pretty small, so get ready for that if you're interested in this camera. Alright, down here you have your charging port. You have a threaded hole for your tripods, and over here is where your storage card and proprietary battery goes. It's a rechargeable battery, which is nice if you like those, but other people prefer AA's. But I found this one charges really fast and holds a charge for a long time, so that's pretty good positive about this. So we're going to turn the camera on so you can see how quickly it starts up and extends its lens. So pretty quick. Also pretty quick to focus. Maybe a little too quick to shoot. I haven't got quite yet used to this shutter button. So, you know, everybody knows halfway down for focus, all the way down for shot. It's super sensitive, and I find myself taking a picture when I'm really just trying to focus. On the top here, on the dial, you got several different modes: movie mode, program mode, and a little strange, I've never seen this before, you actually have two other program modes where, oops, that's the scene selection. You have intelligent auto, automatically identifies the scene characteristics and shoots a photo. You have superior auto, and you have a program auto. So apparently superior auto is the best of the three. I'm not sure exactly how they differentiate each other. It gives a little description, but in real life shooting, for me, it didn't seem to make a bunch of difference, especially outdoors. Okay, then you have your movie mode. So far I've been pretty impressed with this. It shoots 1080 full HD video. It doesn't shoot 4K. But the tracking of the focus, the sound, the colors are very accurate. The video is super sharp. I really like the video of this camera. So if you're looking for a cheap vlog camera, you may have found it. How you doing, Tanner? Looking a little grumpy, bud. How you doing today? Look like you're gonna get in a fight with Max. You got anything to say about that? Huh, Tan? You're a nice guy. Alright, take care, buddy.
Thank you, you too.
What are you doing? Huh? You gonna behave? Tanner behaved when I videotaped. Oh, does this scare you? You don't like that camera? It's just a camera. What are you doing? Alright. Are you leaving or are you staying? Alright, plop down. Make yourself comfortable.
Tighten those hands up and hit it hard again. Now you got some.
And when I say cheap, I got this off eBay, new in box from Best Buy for $155. So that's definitely a win for this camera. And then another thing a lot of these point and shoots have is scene selection. And I'm not going to go through all these because you've probably seen them all before. Pet mode, dark mode, fireworks mode, snow mode. But this one has tons of them. Macro mode, just like the rest. And I've tried pretty much all of them, and they do work very well. I was surprised. So, I'm going to show you a couple of images and video I've taken with this camera and kind of give you my overall opinion right now. So, for $155, I don't think this camera can be beat. I've been a photographer for over 20 years. I've trained at art museums, professional photography school. I've done every type of studio for photography, on-site photography, really anything you can think of. And, you know, I'm used to big DSLRs, typically Nikons, because we prefer the dynamic range in those for what we do. But I gotta tell you, I'm super impressed with this camera's quality and functionality. Maybe I just went a little bigger because I am used to DSLRs and my hands are a little larger. But the images and the video we got out of this thing were really pretty darn nice. I haven't seen a point and shoot that compares to this unless it was a lot more money. This, what they're calling the Sony G lens on this, was starting at a 3.5 aperture, is really sharp. Now, one thing I've noticed, that initially you'll probably get some blurry photos until you have your camera settings worked out, especially when you're using the telephoto way out at 20x. The camera does have image stabilization, but really that far out you should be using some type of tripod or some other way to stabilize the camera. I will tell you, after I played around with the settings on the camera a little bit more, the telephoto photos got really sharp. And now that I've got it figured out, I really don't have any complaints about them. And it has sports shooting mode where it'll shoot multiple shots you know, one right after the other, single mode. I'm just really impressed everything built into this camera for $150. I honestly haven't seen anything else that can touch this. So anyway, if you like this video, please subscribe and hit the like button. We'll be doing more types of videos on all different subjects soon. So keep an eye out on the channel. And if you have any specific questions, put them down below and I'll try to answer them. I appreciate it. Bye-bye.